Hey buddies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon, so I'm talking about all the games that I've got duplicate copies of. I will not be including games such as Hanabi Deluxe 2. It is the same game, so it does count in this category, but you can use these in a different way because you can choose to use the tiles up on their sides. So that's the rare exception. There's another version I want to tell you about, or a different kind of game. Because you've got playing cards, or if you've got multiple sets of chess sets, these are just some of them, then I thought most people will already have them. So let's start off and tell you some of the games I've got multiple copies of. We have got Dominion. So the reason why I've got multiple copies of Dominion is purely down to the fact that you can potentially play up to 5 to 6 players, and that's one reason why I chose to do that too. Just another quick exception, we're not talking about Similio, even though you can play multiple decks and it is the same game, you are using different stuff, so I found that's different. But something you can use multiple times, so we have No Thanks. Now the reason why this is in this list, and there's another game with exclamation mark on it, is the fact that this has pebbles on it. So a bit more interested in playing with pebbles than these kind of small round red discs that can roll everywhere. Also, this doesn't seem to have an exclamation mark on it, but this one does, and I do know the exclamation mark is part of it. Another game that I've got 3 copies of is Hey, That's My Fish. So I've got the Polish edition, which does not have these plastic ones. It's got wooden miniatures instead, as you can see here. And I've got another copy, so that's over with my nieces. So 3 copies of Hey, That's My Fish, another game with an exclamation mark on it. Another game with an exclamation mark on it is the game Knockmal. This is Knockmal Deluxe, which is the same game as playing regular Knockmal. The difference being that you can actually erase the boards with a erasable marker. But I have 4 copies of this game. As you can see, I've really ruined these dice because all the kind of ink is coming off them too. So yeah, multiple pads, lots of fun, and like I said, 4 copies of that game. Zexent, so this again you can see it's in shrink, so I do have multiple copies of this, but this is a nice fancy version, so this is one I recommend. I've got 3 copies of this. I haven't got anyone else with me presently. Also we have, so that is a kind of a push-a-lot game to some degree. We have Codenames as well. This is a team building or a team game whereby you are trying to get your team to get the right words before the other teams do it. 3 copies of Lord of the Rings, so one of them's in German, but this is a kind of questing kind of game. We've got 5 copies of Wizard, so we have Jubilee Edition, we have regular Wizard, we've got Wizard Extreme, and there's another Jubilee Edition, and there's also another version of Wizard you want to check out too. So multiple versions of Wizard, you can check them all out on the channel as well. Well, Springy, we've also got Snow Problem, another game with exclamation mark. 2 copies of this, one is with the nieces, and this is the limited first edition game. And I think lastly, we have got Coup Handle. So I've got multiple versions of this. This is the one I've had the longest. This one's even older. I've also got Coup Handle Master, which you can find out on the channel, and there's also Bidder Up. So lots of different games to talk to you about here. And I've even got War Eternal. So I've got multiple copies of War Eternal because I think I've got a different box. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe to the notification bell to learn more. For now, back to the table.